you so much. It seems like a never-ending cleanup. Fish are dying by the tens of thousands off the Pinellas County coast, and it's due to this persistent red tide algae bloom. Cleanup crews, now they're trying to get the dead fish before they wash ashore. Fox 13's Aaron Mesmer live at Demon's Landing in St. Pete, and boy, what these people are doing, it's just so difficult, Aaron, because it never stops.
Exactly, Cynthia. I mean, and those tens of thousands of fish have now added up over the last several days to hundreds of thousands of fish. And this it feels like a never-ending cycle, like you said. And it's a two-pronged approach here in the cleanup. There are shrimp boats offshore and then crews inshore doing some of the cleanup there. And although this feels like it's going an ongoing and never-ending, it feels to some workers like they're finally making some headway.
The sun rose Monday morning on another battle in Tampa Bay against a deadly algae bloom. But this daybreak,
we are winning the war today,
brought a feeling that a breakthrough might be on the horizon.
We really have gotten a handle on this side of Pinellas, which I'm talking about the St. Pete Beach area. We've really made a huge effort to keep it out of Treasure Island best we can in the intercoastal.
Jay Gunter is leading a fleet of contracted boaters out into the bay. Shrimp boats are filling their nets with dead fish. At the same time, at least 6 additional crews are conducting the inshore cleanup.
Well, I am basically the trash man. I can see what Mother Nature does and get it picked up and cleaned up best I can.
As of Saturday, crews had picked up 410 tons of dead marine life. Pinellas Public Works Director Kelly Levy is coordinating that effort. She says there's a major difference between this fish kill and the one that affected the region in 2018. That one was largely on the Gulf side. This one, however, seems to have originated in the Bay, which complicates the cleanup.
It's easier to manage on the Gulf side. Once it starts getting inside and you're dealing with residential canals and you've got multiple inlets where it can come in, it's much more labor intensive to manage.
And while Levy says the cleanup is most important, she realizes the community wants to know if this situation is connected to the wastewater leak at the old Piney Point phosphate plant. She says it's hard to give a concrete answer, but Levy tells us significant spikes in nitrogen levels can increase the likelihood of a deadly algae bloom, and Piney Point contributed at least 215 tons of nitrogen to Tampa Bay.
That event, that was a lot of nitrogen to put into Tampa Bay and expect nothing to happen.
And remember, Piney Point sits just on the edge of Tampa Bay. Now, we're told another big difference between 2018 and this year is that a lot of those fish species and marine life, the wide variety of species, are starting to wash ashore now, a little earlier on this time around than they did back in 2018. Meanwhile, experts are also urging people to try to steer clear of some of those really bad areas where the algae bloom can really be, I guess, inhaled on shore, Cynthia, because remember, you might not think it's that big a deal, but you are still inhaling a toxin that can cause health problems.
Yeah, no, it's a very big deal. It's a real travesty is what it is. I mean, for a lot of people and a lot of industries right now, a lot of people who make a living on the water too. Thank you, Aaron.